Boogie's wanted to ride out with Daddy. So he's getting into Boone McKinney. I gotta go cut a tree. I have a missed tree. Got the cutting done. Roger comes skidding through. He goes, Tater, you missed a tree. Thanks, Helper Helpington. So I gotta go. I'll just, yeah, I gotta go park this out of the way so Chris can get in and get out. And I guess I'll go cut the tree. I'm gonna tell you right now, this old pit trailer starting to grow on me. Oh boy, the son I bought it from told me it would. Been hauling pulp on it, and that thing's great for hauling pulp. Now, you see where I cut them trees up to there? Widened it. The county wanted us to widen this so they could do their thing. So they marked them trees separate, and that's all the way through. This is a 40-acre square, and they done this. We done this all the way through. From one end of the property to the other, because this county road runs along the north side of it. I'll run you up in the drone and kind of do like, I'm gonna do like Thomas Johnson, kind of show y'all our logging job, because I like the way he does that. So we'll send a drone up and we'll show you around. Lately, I've been nothing but a big old fat copycat. So Thomas Johnson, I hope you don't have a daggone patent on your ideas, because I am totally stealing this from Thomas Johnson right now. I stole one of the last videos from Bobby Goodson, and I want to start putting bits in there like Lord Muck does. So I pretty much don't have any original ideas, pretty much, is what I'm saying. So anyways, Raji's got Junkie Skidder because Raji Skidder just cracked a ring. And so he jumped on Junkie Skidder. This is Saturday. Calvin Malvin's riding in there at Guinea. Now it's a 40-acre square. It's all been cut. It's totally cut. Now you'll see a few. Now the edge of the border, that house on the neighbor, and it's hard to make out the 40-acre square, but you can see where I've thinned it out. Now, a lot of the clear-cut spot, a lot of the openings you're seeing is where there was hot spots of pine. And some of the openings had hot spots of ash. But most of this on the west side of the property, here's where I'm at right now, most of it was poplar, or pine. You see the pine tops, see the green tops on the ground, the dark green tops? Them was white pine. Now you see the white pine standing over there with the poplar. The poplar's the green leaves that's budding out. So you see the white pine standing over at the poplar, just dense. That's the neighbor. So that's the line. That's the south line you're looking at right there. And here we're looking back over to the west line. Now them pines are on us, but on the estate, but barely. Them pines are on the neighbor on the south side there. And let's look over to the, we're moving over to the east side of the property, and that clearing there towards the right hand of the screen, you see a few little clear spots. That was a hot spot of old ash. Well, it's younger ash, but it's bug kill ash. And then as we fly over here, I'm kind of flying northwest right now, or northeast right now, and you see that little bit of pine there in the bottom of the screen there. The canopy looks pretty good. It's opened up to the sunlight. We made some room. There's some big poplar come out of here. Now you see that old county road. You see Brutus. You can barely see Brutus at the top middle of the screen up there, hid in the bushes. That old county road where it runs straight through towards our right, that was the cutoff point. That's where I actually turned Blackie around there. And then Blackie's down there about middle screen right now, parked on the side of the road. And then let's head back over to the west where Big Mama and Raji Dodge is. And there's my tops down there. But look at the canopy. The canopy's pretty clean. That's a part I love about mechanical cutting, is it's easy to keep the canopy clean because you're never connected to the stump hardly when you're cutting. And them trees can roll off of stuff easy. That's the one thing about hand cutting it's hard to do. Get your tree to where it'll stay on the stump, yet as soon as it bumps another tree in the woods, it can roll right down. That's very hard to do. It can be done, don't get me wrong, but it's just hard to do on a consistent basis. But you look at like mechanical cutting, it's almost always lubed up on that scoured plate. And it's on mechanical cutting, it's easy. It's like that's natural for mechanical cutting. As soon as it hits something, it'll roll. You know, because you kind of hold on to it a little loose. And then if you're bouncing off, say, a tree, as you're coming down, you're bouncing off another tree to get it down, fit down the hole. You put a little back pressure on it, a little side pressure, whatever. So it's lubed up in there on that steel, it's scouring good, and it can roll right. It don't take no resistance at all to roll right inside your head. And you can use your arms to pull the tree away. So when a tree hits it, don't limb lock in another tree on you and tear up the other tree. So you can roll it down beside another tree real easy. I love that about Brutus. I just love that part about Brutus. And I did on Titus too, son. But Brutus is a little bit better at it because it's got more options. It does more bendy stuff. And there's Guinea and Calvin in there. See the little red shirt in there? Calvin's right in there with Guinea. I don't know if that's legal, so don't nobody go ball bagging to Osh about it. It's a family business. I'm sorry. It's a family and a business. So I don't know what, there's some of that stuff goes on. Not much. And we keep everybody safe, but once in a while, you want to go see Guinea. That's her grandson in there with her. I'm sure she's going to be pretty safe with her grandson. Naysayers out there. And there's Raji Dodge on Junkyard Skidder. Now, Junkyard's ain't been to work for a while. He's taking care of Chris. What are you revving at, Roger? What are you looking at, Roger? So, but I mean, so we're kind of... Junkie's got some stuff going on at home with Christine. I don't know if he wants me talking about any of it, but he's been having to take care of the home. He's been keeping the home fires burning. So he's been sweeping, mopping, cooking. He's been Christine's little gopher, and she's digging it. Now here I'm playing with my drone some. Some of these shots are weird. I'm trying to get the drone to follow me. Look, see how it's following my shirt? I was playing with the drone. I'm learning. Gosh, a drone's a whole new animal. Yeah, hey. So now we're going to take off up here. And we're back in the woods where the mist tree is. Look, I got a little bit of pine gook in that poplar top. See it? That's not pretty. I must have bumped him with a pine tree. Now I'm going to set this drone up close to where I got to cut my poplar tree. Hello? Where you at, Tater? Hey, there it is. Oh, there. Hey, there it is. So just bear with me. So there's a skidder down there, and I think I got to reset this. I got to set this up better. Okay, I'm trying to find myself. You see the skidder, and on the right-hand side of the skidder, you see my saw, and then that poplar, that tall poplar, that's the tree we're whacking down. Now, I had my GoPro on my hat running, but something happened in the file transfer, and it screwed it all up, because that's where all the sound was supposed to come from. and it don't. So the rest of this video is muted too, which sucks because I had some daggone good commentary from down there on the ground. But Mommy, she tried to play with the Vidya file, and I'm gonna set this GoPro remote down that stump. Now she tried to play this Vidya file and get this daggone, save this as much of this as she could, and she did a pretty good job with it. So I'm going to show. So we're down here cutting on this thing, and I'll go back and forth from it to the drone so you can see how everything goes. Now I know the video's all choppy because the reason it's all choppy is because when it restored whatever it was, it didn't get all the video fixed. So I lost my sound and I lost my smooth video. But we're making a notch in this papa tree right now. And I tried to, and when it got all done, not only was it all chopped up, but it's about 2 minutes and 56 seconds long, where it should have been like a half hour of footage. So I've had to play with the speed and stuff. So there's spots of it that's slow, spots of it that's fast. It just depends on how it recovered. And I cut this hinge a little bit fat. My saw's actually sawing pretty decent. But you can't tell out of this chopped up video because my little GoPro, her don't know what it's doing. Oh, it aggravated me. Now it's favoring the skidder over there, so I wanted to finish on this side of the tree. And I didn't want it out running because the hoe's tight up there. There's a real tight hole we're trying to squeeze it through. So I wanted to make sure my hinge was set before I released the tree, so I wasn't sitting there racing the tree and pulling to the left as I fell. Look how it slid right there, and that little ash come back, which I got cut it anyhow, but it's supposed to be just a thing of showing off, you know. There's a little fat on the hinge. I'm a little rusty, you know. My aim's still dead on. I mean, my aim ain't never changed. It's just some of the feel I've lost. You got to do that every day. You got to cut timber every day. You can't not cut timber for a week and expect to walk right up to the first tree and it feel good to you again. It's a real art, cutting timber is. It's art and science together. So you got to be, and here it goes again. But look how tight the hoe is. Look at that. And you sweep them tops out of the way and look. Everything pops right back where it goes. Ain't that cool? But now a little ash top, a little dead ash top, we got to cut it in a minute anyways. Which that was supposed to be funny. Because when we went back to cut it, I actually had a bunch of good commentary of battling the daggone thing, because it's a bent, crooked, dog leg looking son of a buck, and I couldn't figure my weight out just perfect on it. It was one of them long, slender, tall things, so you mash a 1/4 inch saw gap shut, and then the tree at the top moves 6 feet. You know how that stuff is. But end up having to re-notch it to a different direction. Look at them dozer cleat tracks and their skidder tracks and stuff. And Big Daddy's got to finish work down there, and there's a pony trail come through there somewhere, which should be about where his dozer tracks are all coming through. And so here I'm back on the choppy video. So here we're gonna cut this little dog leg ash tree. Look at this thing being bent and crooked and goofed up. I was like, all right, here we go. We'll make a stab at this. So the whole time I'm going on raising Cain on the commentary was great on this. I told Mommy this would have been the best video of 2020 if I hadn't get screwed up. But because I'm raising Cain and everything, and I got stuff to do, and the truck's out there getting loaded, you know, and I'm in the coal bucket line and everything out there. I ain't got time for this and all this mess. So now there he is. He sets back, which you can't really tell, and I'm trying to put rocket, and I'm like, oh gosh, it's too heavy to rock. And I ain't got a wedge. The wedge is all the way out there at the truck. So I thought, all right, well, I'll redirect this bad boy right quick. Look at that bent son of a buck. So I reached down there to redirect this thing. And I'm a-zipping, and I'm sorry for the choppy vision. Like I said, that's what it come up with when it tried to fix it. So we're cutting a chunk out of the side of our hinge here. And I got that cleared out. Now I'm going to go use the hinge for the release. So we're getting all the way down to where the hinge that this tree's using is about a 2-inch square. Is all it's holding this tree. There's a 2-inch plug holding this tree, max. Max. Probably more like 1.5 inch square plug of wood holding this tree. So here I am, my back there pushing on it like you no count son of a buck. I swear I oughta. Boy, I oughta. And then it gets stuck up top. It gets stuck in that other tree up there. See it on the hooked on the limbs up there? I'm just raising on cons of cane here. Like, you son of a buck, I ain't got time for this, Mitchell. Probably push it and it wallered down. So now we're going to back up and get it from the drone. Look how the drone kind of floats around. It's in GPS mode. But look how bent that tree is. Come on, tree. So you see me try to rock it. See, I pick it up a little bit and then it sets back. And I pick it up a little bit again. Oh, there I'm starting to get him to move. There he's a-going. But then he stopped. He's hung up in the top of there. And I'm like, you son of a fuck, you gotta go. I don't know if I just missed that or what. I don't know if that shot turned out right on the camera or not. Anyways, now I'm getting with the skidder. I did top it and everything, but I cut that out. Now look, this is a heavy sunbucking tree. And look at all the fighting you have to do with the skidder. Jeez, my knees. Me and that big grapple just, sometimes here's a skidder, but those of you who don't run skidder, sometimes you just gotta just ram her, bud. When she won't go, when it won't go, the best way to nail in trims is the sledgehammer. That's just the mentality you got to use when you're skidding. Not from a cutter, but when you're skidding off a stump, you do. When you're skidding from a cutter, they're pretty organized. Now the son of a buck's turned to my skidder, and I'm trying to pull it backwards. Now it's on my tire. Ah, my first day. This is my first day. Come on. Come on. Something go right. Here we go. I'm so daggone aggravated. Of course, I'm in there raising 9 cons of cane thinking that all the audio's working. You know what I mean? But guess what? It wasn't. And I'm hoping it isn't stuck behind that other poplar tree there. We'll see. Nope, it just did make it. You've seen it tickle the. And then there's a pine stump down here on my left tire that's giving me grief. That guy running the cutter left the stump too high. Sometimes a guy just can't win for losing, I'm telling you. And them having to pull this sapling over with me. I didn't even notice that until I'm editing. That's one of the reasons it was stuck to the ground, is trying to pull that sapling over with it. I'm trying to root wad it and pull the header at the same time. Now, you're going to ask, some of you might ask yourself, why is the roof of this skidder rusted? Well, me and this big skidder wore a gum tree years ago that tore the top all to Hades. And I had to redo the top of this skidder. It's my top on there. And I guess my painting skills aren't the best. We need to repaint that skidder someday. There, I think the back tire finally come around. Jimmy and Ron, them tires they sold us for the back of that skidder now. I am pretty daggone pleased with them. Derek got them put on, got Du Bois County come out and put them on for us. They deserve most of the credit on that. But Derek ringlet it. It's got a new rain cap on there because I screwed up the bonnet a while back. See how the cab's all rusty? I need to repaint the daggone. Look, now I'm stuck again. Come on. I don't even know I'm stuck on this time. Something on the back right-hand tire is what it looked like. See if y'all see anything back there on that right-hand tire. Nope, you can't see it. Well, it might have been that stump right there. No, I don't know. But that's a heavy little sow now. And that skidder, them G3s and single arch, or dual arch, they just wasn't balanced like a single arch is. A G3 single arch is balanced way better than a G3 dual arch. in that skidder. Now 748, I bet it'd be a different story, but in the 648s, I just never could get pleased with them. They're not bad. They're a good skidder. I mean, I like the skidder. It just, it ain't what it should be. And here I went ahead and kept this, landing this thing. Look at them shot. That's pretty good. And then I got a little shot of the Ariat boots down there. Look at them Ariats. Mercy. They got these bell-bottom tops of these boots. I don't like it. It's the only thing I don't like about these Ariat boots is they're made for these kids that wear their daggone shoes on the outside of their pants, and you can't weld or cut timber like that. You get sawdust and slag in them. Have a good one, guys. Thank you. Later on.